Hello and good morning, I'm Neil from Bath Cars, and today's car is the VW Passat. This is the 4-door saloon, this one, the SE version with a 100 brake horsepower 1.9 TDI engine, and that's a 5-speed manual gearbox in this one. It's done 137, which is about average miles really for a diesel car like this at this age, 2003. It's just 2 owners, and it has recently had a clutch and dual mass flywheel, starter motor, and there's bills for all that, as you'll see a bit later on in the service history. It's in metallic grey, which is a nice colour for the car, with a black velour interior, and the SE spec gets it alloys and climate and CD player, multi-changer, that sort of thing. So just 2 owners on this car, which is pretty good news, and we've got 2 keys with it as well. Right, so let's run around then. So for starters, Firestone tyre on the front here, which has got about 30% to go on it, if that, maybe 20% to go, so it's not far off the limit, about 20% off the limit, although I can see brand new pads nestling away in there. The pads are virtually new on the front. This one here is a Dunlop, and he's running at about, I would say, just about half worn. There's a light scuff to the edge of the bumper. Down the bottom there, could do with just some touching in. Obviously 4-door saloon, nice big boot space in the back here, has the warning triangle, has a spare in the boot, which is road legal but about 20% to go, and that's on a steel rim. And we've got the toolkit with the locking wheel nut in the back there as well. TDI, if you're interested in the paint colour, LD7W is the paint code. Bit of a murky November morning here this morning, I can tell you. It's not particularly brilliant, but at least it's not too cold. And the car has started up absolutely perfectly every time we've moved it. And I have driven it at 20 miles back from Bristol, and it drove absolutely spot on. Moving on to this side's nice and clean and tidy actually, not a mark to be had. This tyre here is about 2mm off the wear bar, so 3 to 4mm, about 30% to go. The brake pads again look pretty new in there actually. Yeah, well, I wouldn't say brand new, but I've done a bit of work. On the front here, last but not least, decent tyre here actually. This one is at least 70% to go. With the, unfortunately, the centre of VW parts missing. The real cap's there, the cap's there, but the sticker's missing. You can buy them on eBay for 25p a pop or something like that. Okay, the windscreen. I think there's a small chip just here, but I don't think that's going to fail the MOT. It's much smaller than the 5 or 10mm allowance, but certainly okay. Plastic lens is slightly discoloured, but not too bad. Again, that wouldn't be a problem passing the MOT. And all starts and drives very well indeed. So let's go and have a look at the service documents then for the car. Right then, welcome to the history of documents then for this VW Passat. First of all, we've got how many owners? 2 owners from new. Looks like a company owner from day 1, and the previous keeper's owned it since 2004 April. It shows as a Volkswagen Passat SE TDI 1896cc, so it's the 1.9 grams per kilometre in grey. MOT is current till 29th of April 2014. And it comes with a chip in the screen, which is, I'll point out on the car, and an offside rear tyre perishing. I think that might have been done by the looks of it. All the books are with the car, so is the spare key. That's the spare, although it's looking a bit shabby, but still should work, I should hope. We'll try that. The service book is not completed, I'm afraid. It's got the entries at the start with the vehicle data, but alas, there are no stamps in the book at all. It's not been stamped. But, excuse me a second. Oh dear. Right, but there is a heap of, 3 receipts from Pusey Tyre and Exhaust Limited. First of all, clutch and dual mass flywheel, starter motor, and labour all came to £1,158. That was done at 100,000 miles, and the date for that was back in 2009 in August. Then we've got a catalytic converter and cat fitting, came to £280. That was done at 129 in April 2013. and then £259 for a decent service by the looks of it, and MOT. That was done at 128 back in April 2013. Also, what I've done is printed out from Boza the previous MOTs, what it's passed and what it's failed on. So that's going backwards here. 2012 it had 115 on it. In 2011 it had 115. It was wiper blades and the front suspension arm had excessive play, so that's been replaced then at 115. Rear brake disc excessively pitted, so it had rear brake disc, I should imagine, then at 107,000 miles. This is all at Pusey Tyre and Tyre Centre. At 98k it had brake pads wearing thin, CV joint split, gaiter split. That was at 98. Then at 2009ish it had that was just advisories, 85,000 miles. 2006 it had 52k, 2006 52. This is all going a bit too far back now, but you can look this up on the internet under Boza service, under Boza MOT history, and print it out yourself. But I've done it so it saved you the trouble. So the mileage is warranted, just lacking in service history, and I'm sure it probably has been looked after. As we can see, we've got service history and mileage warranted back till 2006. Okay, let's return back to the car. Okay, welcome back then. So, just notice a graze on the bottom leading edge of the bump, the bottom edge of the bump, I should say, not the leading edge. You can see that there. Just needs a bit of touching in again. Well, the door cards are tidy. That one there is especially. 4 electric windows, 8 speaker hi-fi system, map pockets in the back, 3 inertia reel safety belts, and 3 headrests in the back there as well. Headlining in very good order. So are the seats. Doors open and close all nicely. No wear in the doors. Height adjustable driver's seat. It has been cleaned this car, but not a mega heavy valley, but just a moderate clean. Again, the door cards look pretty tidy. Electrically heated rear view mirrors, which are adjustable, they work fine. You've got lumbar support on the driver's side, airbags in the seats. Pedal rubbers looking pretty okay actually, just a little bit of soiling, but not too bad. Right, moving into the inside of the car then, so 137783. Trip computer, driver's airbag, ABS lights, all go out as they should, petrol gauge, temperature gauge, everything working nicely. Mirrors, vanity lights, vanity interior lights all working fine. Okay, a little bit of soiling there, that will brush off, no problem with that. Owner's manuals are there. We've got a radio with a 6-disc CD changer and a Nokia Bluetooth kit to boot. Cigarette lighter has really only been used a few times. The climate's working fine. The clutch pedal is perfect as it's had a new clutch and flywheel. It's exactly as you'd expect. Handbrake holds nicely. Centre armrest with cup holders as well. Okay, she revs up nicely. She starts perfect. There's no smoke. I've sold these cars with 215,000 miles. We've come across them as ex-taxis with 400k on. This one's not been a taxi, it's just been privately owned. But there she is, that's a decent family car then for circa 2k, 1.9 TDI SE. Thanks very much for watching then, speak to you soon. Bye bye.